With the Adventure Time series finale airing today, I decided to create a LEGO Adventure Time CMF draft. Now, this list will include 20 minifigures, and these are all just my choices, figures that I'd want to see in LEGO form. I may do a second list, but it may be a smaller list just because I started to run out of characters as I went through this, but hopefully you guys do enjoy and RIP Adventure Time. It's been a fun run. Definitely will miss this show, but let's go ahead and get on to the list. The first character in the series is Finn himself. Now, Finn will have his red sword along with the backpack, and there will be another sword, which is his grass sword. I forget what season he gets it in. I think it's season 8. But it was an obvious character to make him first. I know that he came in the Dimensions pack, but I missed out on that. Plus, this would be a chance to bring in some other swords, like his grass sword and his dad's sword. It's kind of a long story if you've never seen it. But that'd be something cool to see. I'm not sure what other accessories he could have. Maybe print his arm to where it's the metal arm, but yeah. So the second figure in the series is Jake the dog, who is another character that I missed out on whenever he came out in the Dimensions pack. But this would be a cool way to introduce him as well as give him some cool accessories. Two of them that he could have. One would be a playing card from Card Wars, which is a one of my favorite episodes and definitely a cool one to watch. Another accessory that you could have is a jar of pickles from Prismo, who is another character from an episode who you won't see on this list, but he is a really cool character. And that'd be another accessory that you could have. So let's move on to the next figure. So third on the list is Princess Bubblegum, who is a major character of the series, or at least I consider her a major character of the series. Lego didn't make her in a Dimensions pack, which I thought they would have, but she was in the game just as a non-playable character, so it'd be cool to see her in minifig form. Her hair and her tiara would have to be a uh, combo, I'd think, is how they would do it. I'm not sure what accessories she could have. She could have some maybe science bottles or chemical bottles, something like that, because she is a scientist. But yeah, that's Princess Bubblegum. So the fourth figure of the series is the Ice King, and the Ice King is a pretty main character or main antagonist. Though he does appear as a hero sometimes, he's just there for a bunch of laughs and definitely not a serious character. As far as accessories, he would have a crown which would go on top of his head, maybe have some kind of hairpiece connected to it. He would also have power blast pieces which he could shoot out, and maybe a penguin as kind of like a secondary figure, maybe, or I'm not sure how they would do Gunther. That would be a cool way to put him into this, so that's why he's on fourth place. So the fourth character on the list is Flame Princess, who is a main love interest of Finn in the fourth season, and is personally my favorite love interest of Finn in the whole TV show. She would have a new hairpiece to kind of fit her hairpiece or her hairstyle in the TV show. She could also have orange power blast pieces because she's able to throw fire. I'm not sure what other accessories she could have from the episodes. Those were the only two that I could come up with so far. But that's why she's at fifth place. So at number 6, we have Fern in his knight uniform. He would have his grass axe as well as a new chest piece to have the spikes on it, as well as a new helmet to go over his head to kind of fit that spikiness that Fern has. Another thing would be he would use Woody's legs from Toy Story. They would be in dark green to match his outfit and to go along with the grass theme. Um, Fern, the regular version, might be in the second series, but he isn't in this one, so this is the only time that we'll see Fern in minifig form so far, but let's move on to the next. So at number 7, we have Huntress Wizard, who is the newest love interest of Finn. Now she would come with a brand new hat piece to go over her head to have the antlers kind of sticking out. She would also have her flute as a accessory, as well as the holster for her arrows, as well as a bow. And I'm not sure what other stuff she might have. Maybe a an arrow to kind of hold on to and pretend that she's directing it, because one of her powers is she can use the arrows it's weird. She can direct the arrows with her mind, basically. So that's why she's at number 7. So at number 8, we have Uncle Gumbald, who is the main villain of the series finale. Now, at the time of recording this, I have not seen the series finale. So I decided to put him on this list because he is an interesting character and, of course, the main villain of the final season. So one thing that I could have is his purple cape, but also maybe some armor or something, and maybe a sword. I'm not sure what all would fit well with him. Also a pink beard to go along with it, just to give it that authentic look. But I decided to put him here, so that's why he's at number 7, or number 8. So at number 9, we have Cinnamon Bun, who is just a goofy character from Adventure Time, and one that, I don't know, I have mixed feelings on him after certain events in season 4 and continuing on with Flame Princess. So if you've seen the TV show, you know what I'm talking about. But LEGO has already done the work for me, and this is what he looks like in LEGO Dimensions. So if they could do this and put him in a minifig pack, that'd be great. The only thing I would change is give him the new short legs, and that would work fantastic with this mold for Cinnamon Bun. So the 10th character on the list is Lemongrab, who is voiced by the guy that created Rick and Morty. So he is a funny character, but also a weird one at the same time. So he would have a new head mold specifically for his head, as well as a sword, because he does have a sword. There was an episode where him and the Ice King got stuck in a dungeon. I'm not sure what other accessories he could have. Maybe Lemon Hope's heart whenever he takes it away from him. Or maybe some kind of sash piece, even though that would be printed on. But that's Lemongrab. Let's move on to the next character. So the next character is Peppermint Butler, who is a major character of the Candy Kingdom just because he does some weird stuff later into the seasons. But of course, he would have a new kind of torso build, kind of like Cinnamon Bun, but a lot smaller, something like that. But he would have a tray with a cup or a glass to put on top, and maybe some food or some candy for him to carry around. I'm not sure what other accessories he could have, but he would definitely be a cool character to see in minifig form. So the 12th figure on the series is Billy, who is Finn's hero in the first season, and in later seasons comes up again, but I don't want to spoil for those who haven't watched Adventure Time how he comes up. But he's definitely a cool character, and I think he would use Woody's legs to make him a taller figure, though he is very ginormous and wouldn't be the size of a minifig. It'd still be cool to see him and give him his sword and maybe the gauntlet or the Enchiridion to go along with that. But he's definitely a cool character and deserves to be in minifig form. So at number 13, we have the Snow Golem from the Christmas special. And this is definitely a kind of one-off character, but he's still a cool character to see. He would again use Woody's legs, but in white this time. And maybe a new head mold, though I think a regular minifig head could work for him. An accessory that he would have is the fire dog. The whole episode is just him trying to get rid of this fire dog that keeps following him wherever he goes. And of course he's made out of ice, so the fire is going to end up melting him. And it's a great episode, and I definitely recommend it. But yeah, let's move on to the next figure. So at number 14, we have Simon, who is a scientist who then turns into the Ice King because of the crown. And he was in the episode Simon and Marcy. So he would come with his backpack along with his long hair and a can or a 1x1 cylinder to represent the can of soup that he tries to get from the soupery, as well as the crown itself. I'm not sure what other accessories he could have, but those are just the ones that pop up in my mind. But yeah, that's why he's at number 14. At number 15, we have young Marceline, who is in the episode Simon and Marcy. Now, Marcy would be a good companion to go along with the Simon figure included in the series, so that's why I decided to throw her in. She would come along with her teddy bear that we see in, I believe, an earlier episode. Wasn't in Simon and Marcy, but it would be a good figure to add. Maybe a new hairpiece to fit her hair a lot better. I'm not sure what other accessories she could have. She could have the can of soup, even though Simon might already have that. But yeah, let's move on to the next figure. So the 16th character is Mo, who is BMO's creator in the TV show. And this could be an interesting figure to do. I personally haven't seen the episode. I've only seen snippets of it, but he would be a cool figure to get. And it could be a way for them to do a minifig size BMO. I'm not sure how they would do BMO to minifig scale, but that would be cool. And I'm not sure what other accessories Mo would have. But yeah, that's why he's at number 16. So let's move on to the next figure. Next on the list is the Banana Guards, and these would be a suited character because LEGO likes to do their suited characters in the CMF series. So this would be the suited character. He would come with a spear, as they do carry in the TV show, and I'm not sure what other accessories he could have. I just think the spear is what fits the Banana Guards. And this would be kind of like an army builder. If you wanted to do a Candy Kingdom mock, it'd be good for that just as an army builder. But yeah, let's move on to the next character. So the next character is Rosalyn, who is a character introduced in the episode Poyu, I think that's how you pronounce it. But in the episode, Finn goes into a pillow fort and somehow gets transported into a pillow world, and Rosalyn becomes a love interest of Finn in that episode. And it's a pretty crazy episode, and one that I definitely recommend that you watch. But I'm not sure what accessories she would have for her minifig form, but maybe a new hairpiece to go with her hairstyle, and just some new prints. Nothing too major, but yeah, let's move on to the next figure. So continuing with the Poyu episode, we have adult Finn. So Finn actually gets stuck in the pillow world for his entire life. So we get to see grown up Finn, and this is what he looks like. So he would have the red sword, of course, but he would have a new face print that looks like him, and a new torso print, as well as a new leg print. Maybe some kind of cape piece to go around his legs to give it that kilt look, but there wouldn't be any other accessories for him. So yeah, let's move on to the next figure. So the last character is Susan Strong, who is, I think she was introduced in the first season, but she's an interesting character. She was also kind of expanded in the Island series. We got to know a little bit more of her backstory during those episodes. But she would have a new helmet, like a new helmet to go over her head to fit the cat mask that she does wear. And there's no other accessories, so that's it. Let's move on to the next clip. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and hope that you enjoyed the CMF draft. It was definitely a fun one to go and make, and definitely fun to run through a couple of episodes and choose out some characters that I liked. Definitely it was fun to do this, and I will miss Adventure Time. It gave me a ton of laughs, and just was a very good show, and gave me a ton of laughs whenever I really needed it through some tough times. So it'll be sad to see it go. I'll definitely still be watching it on reruns and watch it whenever I can. And I'll definitely be getting the Dimension packs soon off of eBay or something. But again, I hope that you guys did enjoy. Let me know your list in the comments down below. Even if you don't know any Adventure Time characters, let me know some characters that you might want to see that you do know. And give me some ideas for the next Adventure Time list. If I end up doing another list, we may move on to another TV show or something else. Something not related to cartoons. But again, I hope that you guys did enjoy. If you did, I'd appreciate it if you could leave a like and do all that awesome stuff that you guys always do. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.